This is the weekend edition of iFIBER 1 News, where we present some of the top stories from this week and your weekend weather forecast. I'm Bethany Jenks. Stay tuned for more on the weekend edition of iFIBER 1 News.
From the iFIBER 1 HD studio here in the heart of the Columbia Basin, this is iFIBER 1 News, your #1 source for local news, sports headlines, and our very own Weather Center forecast covering the entire Columbia Basin. This is iFIBER 1 News, and it starts now.
One of our top stories for this week was about a hearty lesson from the Seattle Science Foundation. Here's Jeff Chu with the story.
Quincy third graders became junior scientists on Tuesday at Pioneer Elementary School. The students played hands-on surgeons, poking, prodding, and dissecting pig hearts, which are the most anatomically similar to human hearts. Representatives of Seattle Science Foundation taught the school kids all about the heart, its functions, and how to keep it healthy. It was part of the Seattle Science Foundation's Kids in Medicine program. Lael McAuliffe with the Science Foundation explained the organization's mission.
We want to expose the younger kids to science and medicine, get their hands on things so that they are exposed to things that they've never thought of before, then hook middle school age kids into having a love for science and wanting to question further and discover more on their own. And then lastly, mentoring high school students to help usher them into the next phase of their academic career. Today, we are going to do a heart dissection, the same 18-step heart dissection that cardiac surgeons, heart doctors, do when they are learning how to do their job.
Joining McAuliffe was Melissa Crawford with the Science Foundation, who specified what the children experience.
And they'll get to see all 4 valves, all 4 chambers, cut all the way through the aorta, so they're getting to see all of the external and internal structures.
Once the kids got over what some of them called gross, they began to probe deeper and learn more. McAuliffe said there is more to the science program than learning parts of the heart.
Yes, they've been to a pediatrician. They know who a nurse is. Maybe they've had their blood drawn. But have they heard of device engineering? Have they heard of medical illustration? We really want them to get a sense for how they can put what they love, a passion, whether it's writing or drawing or speaking, how you can put that together with science and make a career or have a future. Because it's never too early to begin thinking about what you like and putting it together.
The foundation representatives also visited other elementary schools in the Quincy School District this week. Pioneer Elementary Principal Nick Bergman talked about how the Science Foundation connected with his school.
Seattle Science Foundation, they contacted us with a medical outreach program to smaller school districts in Eastern Washington and to give our students an experience dissecting hearts. We're definitely hoping that it's an annual thing. The kids really enjoy it. It's an engaging, hands-on experience for our students.
Support for the Science Foundation's visit to Pioneer Elementary School was funded by David Saby, Chief Executive Officer and founder of Saby Corporation, which has a data center in Quincy. I'm Jeff Chu for iFIBER 1 News.
And now you're going to cut across.
Another top story caused an explosion of color in Ephrata this weekend. Reporter Vivian Huang has the story.
A swarm of white shirts and tutus served as blank canvases at Patrick Park in Ephrata for the first ever Dash of Color 5K run on Saturday. Hosted by Columbia Basin Hospital, the race included 4 color blasting zones along the route as participants rushed to the finish line.
For me personally, it was nuts, but for everybody else, I've heard nothing but great things, and everybody has said that they wanted to see it again and do it again, so I think everything went really well, and I'm really pleased.
Lodi said the event was inspired by similar races that are popular in more metropolitan cities. All proceeds benefit Columbia Basin Hospital.
No, we have our remodeling pretty much done for. We got a bond back, I think 2010 or 2011, and it'll probably go to some equipment. I'm not really sure. We haven't really discussed where the money should go to, but you know, we've got a few areas of need and some equipment needs and that kind of stuff, so that's what it usually will go to.
Lodi hopes to make the Dash of Color an annual event.
Thank you everyone who participated and who helped out and who gave suggestions, any of that kind of stuff. It's greatly appreciated. We couldn't have done it without you.
For iFIBER 1 News, this is Vivian Huang.
Gavin Syme took to the streets to protest the Ephrata police and government. Here with the story is Cameron Probert.
Gavin Syme took his complaints about government to the Grant County Courthouse lawn Tuesday. About 40 people gathered to listen to the candidate for the U.S. House of Representatives as he argued people should become more involved. The protest came after Syme released a video showing a confrontation with Ephrata police. Syme told the crowd the county violated state law for about 20 years by not having a lockbox for guns inside the building containing the Grant County District Court. The county now has a lockbox installed in the building. Syme said his tactics made the county follow the law. Syme ended up bringing the crowd to the Ephrata City Hall to challenge an alleged trespassing notice preventing him from going to the police station. The crowd met with City Administrator Wes Crago and Mayor Chris Jacobson outside of City Hall, where they demanded the officials fire Police Chief Mike Warren. Jacobson told the crowd he doesn't intend to fire Warren. For iFIBER 1 News, this is Cameron Probert reporting.
Thanks, Cameron. Now we take a look at individuals wanted by the Grant County Sheriff's Office.
This is Sheriff Tom Jones with the Grant County Sheriff's Office. Each of the people you see here have a warrant for their arrest. If you see any of these people, we ask you do not attempt to detain or apprehend them, but call us at 509-762-1160 or send us an email at crimetips@co.grant.wa.us. If the person is presenting a danger, call 911. With your help, we can bring these people to justice and make our community safer.
We will be right back after this.